There it is. We actually need the timer. So Bokosuka Wars. A little I winged it. All right. So it was supposed to be a race. We couldn't get a race together, just because of the hour of the moving target. And I think I'm the only person that likes Bokosuka Wars. Yeah. So briefly here, let's explain exactly what this game is before we destroy it. You are what? It's actually a Bokosuka Wars 2, but it says King Ogreth has put King Seren in a bad spot. Evil King Ogreth has decimated King Seren's military. He has turned some of his men into trees and rocks. And if you walk into all the trees and the rocks, you will eventually find your friends. But now you have to gather your friends and you have to go beat King Ogreth. Oh, there he is. There's one of our friends. And sort of the unique thing about this game is you just immediately lose. but okay. But yeah, so the other thing I'll explain here is just so you understand what's on the screen. Top right's what level you're on. Hey, guess what? There's actually 6 levels to this game. We're just going to show you the first one. Top left, the blue thing says 180. That's the number of enemies that are in the level. I have no idea why they tell you that, but there's 180. There's 50 of your friends. That's what the white thing is for. And this is actually, it was actually considered very novel that this game goes to the left, okay? Just, you get to go to the left. So you notice here on the bottom it says 230 and 50. So the king, which is you, and obviously you just saw it, if you're anybody that loses combat's dead, they're out of the game. Like every time you win a combat, you generally get 1 more power, and it's literally a coin flip as said in chat. 23 versus 5. It rolls a die that's basically 28 sided, and if the 23 sides come up, you win, and if you don't, you lose. Each of these different soldiers have different there we go, we got one. Each of them have different like these blue guys, which I think are just warriors. Those only have 10 or 1. There's no 5 in the game, so it's like 16 versus 1. I'm just going to abbreviate as that. So if your dude wins, this is a knight. Oh, he lost and he's gone. But you'll notice at the top you can hit the A button or B button. I think you hit either. You can choose what you move, and there's also little warrior guys, and later we're going to see some green dudes. Oh, we lost again. Man, this game is impossible. Unless you have some hacks. So YogiDMonk is the current world record holder in this game, and we're going to kind of put this game to shame. But it's really, really cool, just because there's kind of a lot of cool things going with it. We're going to now destroy the game, and then I'll show you what World 2 looks like. This is world record, hopefully, for 1 loop. But I have to do everything at once. All right, cool. So just like Pac-Mania, we hold start at the beginning in this case, because it's going to rig the RNG in our favor. And we're going to also go king only because fast is cool, right? So everything we're doing is exactly the same every single time. Oh yeah, so we walk to the left, which is novel. They called this originally a platformer. This was released. The reason this game is weird for people, and why is it on the Famicom, is because it came out on the Sharp X1 a million years beforehand. And hopefully we do this in one shot while I'm like talking about everything, because it does require a decent amount of focus. On this particular version of the game, it happens to be that everything runs at 5 FPS. And yeah, every input's buffered because you have to hold the button for like 6 frames for it to register. So you'll notice, that's why I have the inputs up, so you can see exactly how bad this is. The other cool thing about this game is you were the only one that ever initiates combat. It's perfect. It's totally a strategy game. They called it chess. It won a bunch of awards. I messed this level up, by the way. We actually have to restart. I'm talking about the game. I'm loving this game too much. That's why we called it a race. Sorry about that. But yeah, so instead of spending all this time like getting all your units and stuff, it's pretty neat. But we're just gonna win. But I went completely off the beaten path there. So the other weird thing about this, yeah, it was released on 2 different platforms, 2 like Family Computer and the X1, and then it got ported to this. Rasho, who made the lovely music that you're hearing, the manual for the original game actually has the sheet music. So if you're in need of a hot new classical lick, you got it. Now I'm going to focus, so I don't have to restart a bit. But there is actually, there is literally a Bokosuka Wars 2, and if you had a friend, or you want to be my friend and play this game with me, we could actually play 2-player. I really do enjoy this game. I'm big into like strategy games and stuff. So, but it just has this weird. It's just weird that it exists on the Famicom. For, you know, many of us discovered this, and it was like, what is this? But all right, see, at each 100 interval, we kind of switch the land that we're in, and now we're in the Alps or something, and there's wizards. I don't really know, but these guys are supposed to be wizards, and they summon little minion dudes. Oh dear. And for the most part, we're just walking to the left, unless we need to alter the RNG or something is just way too much in our way. And here's something that's way too much in our way. Well, Infinite, you're supposed to, it's really not like that. You're not supposed to use the king the entire time. You're supposed to protect your king. It's sort of like chess, which is what some of the original documentation talked about. We almost lost right there. All right, so first swag move is going to happen here. So this area is full of a bunch of enemy knights, which is basically the first thing that you can really start to lose to. Oh no, dude, this is why it was a race. We just lost. This is actually going to be a straight loss. Yep. Okay, we're going to get it. Man, we didn't fail this in practice, and now we're failing live talking about the game here. Well, I'm going to go heavy focus. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. Yeah, while you lose. The good news is it only takes 5 minutes to beat the game. But you're getting the true Bokosuka Wars experience. Yeah, let me go a little bit hard focus here. Also, it's just it doesn't totally eat your movements, but it's really easy, despite it being like, yeah, you're just doing inputs or whatever. But like, it is so, it's, unless if you have this game, go play it and understand how laggy it is. Never. Oh my goodness. All of us have that first game we got. The first game I had on the SNES was Hal's Golf. And all I ever did was get stuck in the bunker for years. Could never get out of the bunker because the game would pick the wrong club, and I didn't understand why I couldn't get out of the bunker because little Iggy. So, all right, eye focus. We're gonna get this. Hands are sweaty from the hot Pac-Man run. We cannot have our hands slip. Please don't mess up 300 because everyone has to see Arizona. We're gonna leave the Alps. Yeah, see, I don't know either, because that's, I mean, there is a Bokosuka Wars 2 website, and they do like all your minions going down. I gotta focus. Chat's trying to get me. Here we go. We're back to where we were. And we rehearsed this. It's like, oh, it'll be easy. Just get it done in one. Every time I've done this, it's done in one. All we gotta do is get through Arizona and we're good. Get through this. Please go up. Oh, I did it again, dude! Oh my god. Alright. Cleaning off the controller from all the sweat. Alright, we're getting this. This is happening. My goodness. You would think a move to the right would not be too hard. You would think it would not be too hard, but it's apparently too hard. And this is all you do. This is Bokosuka Wars. Any other questions? But yeah, we actually had fun learning this, you know, I think we had Lucha, myself, we had a few other runners. And the times came down from like 15 minutes all the way down to, well, was it 5 and 20? I promise we get it this time. Well, I won't make promises, but we're gonna get it. My goodness. All I wanted to do. Yeah, this game probably had a retail of like, what, 60 bucks? And them's in like $87 or something? Bokosuka Wars. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna focus. Hard focus. See you in 2 minutes. I just need the game to take my right input. You'd think, oh, it can't be that bad, but it's like, no, like, you have to fight way too many times on King only. You have to have all the combats in place. Alright. Here we go, we're there again. Controller's dry now. We can do this. Oh yeah, so the game, by the way, I'm pretty sure draws the entire game grid all the time. And I think that has to do with the lag. There's a substantial amount. All right, we got to get this in. Come on. Yes, let's go. All right. I was merely padding for time. Now if we conquer Arizona, we're good. Arizona has some fancy driving. I'm now reviewing to make sure I don't mess it. Because this is just hold left until we go down. There is a trick here, though. There's actually 2 tricks in the end here. We have to go up 2 here. And then we go to Arizona. You'll understand why it's Arizona. I don't need to explain it. Okay, we made it. Breathe. So the key thing is here is we want to make sure that those dudes are not fighting us. Basically, wow, that was almost a loss. We're about to find out if we just messed everything up. And of course, this is to make sure none of these guys fight us. Yep, told you. Now we got to go up 2 here. And now, as long as I don't mess anything up, we're good. So this is Ogress Castle. He has a gardener and a landscaper. We're in the castle. Now there's a couple more manips we're going to do that aren't just like doing stuff. So the first manip is that this guy won't fight us. And this one we have to make 2 steps to the right. Because otherwise, all the combats here are really, really bad. And then we have to walk across the top so that we fight this guy in the correct square. So this is like the Mega Warrior. If you manage to get one of the little warrior dudes over here, they actually weaken those guys significantly. So you're talking about strategy. That's a way to. You want to bring the little warrior dudes, because their manual page says something like they're strong against strong and weak against weak. So they actually get a score of 10. But of course, in our case, we already know we're going to win just because all the die rolls are rigged in our favor. And now we're in the final stretch. We'll even use, because of the way we just did this segment, we'll not fight here. And now you're going to see the throne room. You're going to see Ogreth in the flesh. But he's blocked in by a wall. Oh no, we have to open that up. And now we're about to win. Get ready to take the time. There you go, new world record. And you send him running, and all of a sudden you're, was it whatever, not Super Saiyan, what's the Megazord or whatever. There you go. That's one loop. You'll notice that there's 2 dots. Thank you very much for the GGs. There are 2 dots at the top right. That means there's actually a level 2. And I do not have a manip for you for the whole thing. But just to give you a taste. Oh look, there's new stuff on the following loops. And one of them is that where one of these is a dude. Okay, cool. So this little dude, those are mines. You walk on the mine with anything but a little dude, you lose. But these little dudes clear the mine. Okay, guess what? That little castle at the end is actually covered by mines, so you have to use the little troops. You'll also notice that the you start at 220 on the right. The king's maximum strength goes down. Yep, that is world record. You saw Pac-Mania 2 loops world record, and you saw 1 loop of Bokosuka Wars world record. GG's. And I don't know where we're at on time. I think we're about good. Get anything again? There's a link. Please check it out. Share it with your communities and stuff. Any questions on Bokosuka Wars? For I have is this event? This specific one, no, but I know Ant and RGL are doing. What is it called? Is it called Climate Boss? I think it's called Climate Boss is the next. There's a bunch of different events that do. I don't know if they still do the food one. There's a few different. Yeah, there you go. There's a few different. This one's kind of like the marathon to kind of show everything that the community's been doing over the past year or so. So it's kind of get everyone in. Yeah, Boss Battle. That was the name of it. They've been pushing it on socials and stuff, so you'll be hearing more about it. But they do a lot of charity marathons. This one's kind of like get the whole community together kind of thing. So thank you very much again. Hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to check out Bokosuka Wars. Poke me about kidney stuff. And thank you very much, RGL, for having me and let me share my stuff.